seated on our mat. And I'm gonna face out this way just so I can see you guys, because I really do like to be able to see the people that I'm teaching, so hooray. All right, get yourselves seated so that with your legs out, you're sitting comfortably. I don't want you to start overstretching, okay? We're gonna try to push our hands down into the floor just so you can stretch that spine out nice and tall. And then just gently set your hips down into the floor so you can really feel stretching out from the top of your head clear up to the roof, okay? So when you're in this position, we don't want the back to round. We gotta sit up nice and tall. All right, we're gonna take those hands up to our head. We did something very similar to this last week. I want you just to start with a spinal rotation. So you're gonna exhale all your air as you twist through your spine, and then breathe in nice and deep and sit up really tall at the center. So it's just a small spinal twist, push all that air out, and then deep breath in, sit it up nice and tall. Just rotating side to side here. There it is. I just want you to wake up your spine here and give yourself some really big, deep breaths as you do this. We usually don't get enough air during the day. We take shallow breaths. I want you to focus on filling your lungs up all the way, releasing all that air. All right, we're gonna come back center. I want you to take your hands to center. We're gonna round that spine, curling it forward. So you're gonna drop chin to chest, spine rounds, walk it forward. And then I want you to think about stacking that vertebrae back up on top of each other like you're stacking bricks. So you're gonna walk those hands in, pull the abdominals in tight, and round that spine so one vertebra stacks on top of the other, all the way up to the top. One more time here, tilt that head, around the spine, crawl it all the way out. And nice deep breath in your stretch. Exhale, round the spine, stack it back up. All right, if anytime you need to release those hips, take your feet together and shake it out. Otherwise, we're gonna take those arms back up to our head. Same thing, but we're gonna add to it. So this time when you twist to the side, your elbow that's right over the same knee, we're gonna drop that elbow down to knee, stretching through the other side. Sit it up and exhale. Twist to the other side. Drop that same elbow down to the same side knee. Exhale, sit it up tall. Nice deep breath in at the center. And rotate. So you're rotating side to side, but dropping that elbow down to your knee. Focusing on that breath. Trying to exhale as you lift up to support those abdominals. One more on each side. We're gonna get some good spinal mobility going on here today. All right, go ahead and sit it up straight and tall. Take those legs together. Shake them out if you need to. And we're gonna pull those feet up so that your knees are shoulder width apart or hip distance. You can support behind your legs, holding onto your legs with your hands. I want you to find that C curl. So we're gonna round the spine, but press the shoulders down. Tilting the pelvis so you're pulling the belly button back till you're halfway. I want you to feel the quads and the glutes starting to activate to hold yourself up. And then we're gonna lift up to a straight tall and arch the spine. So it's that seated cat-cow, but I really want you to deepen the cat part here, rounding that spine, curling it halfway back so you almost feel like you're gonna tip over, and then stack that vertebrae, lift it up and arch. So with this movement, you're gonna try to exhale as you move. So deep breath in as you hold that position. Exhale, lift it up. Deep breath in at the top. Exhale, roll it back. Trying to get those abdominals to engage as you exhale with the movement. Last one. All right, we're gonna take it all the way back. You guys are gonna roll till you feel your lower spine and your mid back on the floor, but you're gonna keep the shoulders up. Knees are gonna tuck in. So we're here, shoulders are curled up, knees are tucked in, arms extend out to the side. We're going into that Pilates 100 to warm up today, so go ahead and start beating those hands by your side. Today we're going to modify this, so we're going to go through different leg motions. If at any time that's too much, you can just come back to this knee tuck right here. Otherwise, we're going to give our breaths out for 4 or 5 and in for 4 or 5. Trying to get that breath to go with your beats or your count to go with the beats of your hands. So it'll be out 2, 3, 4 and in 2, 3, 4. Now I'm going to extend those legs straight up. If you want to take the modification and advance it. Same thing, out for 4 and in for 4. Toes are apart, heels are together. Squeeze actively between those legs. Next set of breaths, I'm going to take those legs out. Only do this if you can keep that lower back from lifting up from the floor. Squeezing through the inner thigh all the way down through the heels. Shoulders are lifted. Keep that breath going. Out for 4, in for 4. Legs straight back up above. One more breath here, out and in. And tuck. You're gonna go through that rotation one more time unless you wanna keep holding in the tuck position or extended. Full breath in and out here, toes apart. Squeeze those legs together. Extend the legs out if you want to. Full breath out and in. Back straight up above. Keep those shoulders up if you can. We're almost there. Tuck the knees in. Last set of breath. And take those knees in. We're going to go ahead and set the head down. Extend the arms and legs out nice and long. Long body stretch here. Reach out from your fingertips to the ends of your toes. That should feel really good on those abdominals now. Hopefully you guys are feeling warmed up. We're going to take those arms reaching out towards the ceiling. Nice deep breath in. Exhale all the air, pulling that belly button down towards the floor, fastening it to your spine. Next deep breath in, curl those shoulders up, roll up. If you need to bend your knees for modification, walk up, extend, reach over. So I don't want you to try to use momentum to roll yourself up. It's all controlled movement here, not falling to the floor. Reach it out long and curl it back up. Bend those knees if you need to. We're not going to swing to get our body up. There it is. Use the time to reach out over those toes to open up your hamstrings. Imagine that there's like a towel or a rubber band around that waist pulling you back, so you're scooping those abdominals and reaching forward to get to those toes. Big deep breathe in on that extension as you stretch out nice and long. We're gonna modify this soon, of course. Just keep in mind, anytime I modify, you don't have to add on. You can always hold with the base movement, which is where we're at right now. One more time, all the way up to the top. Squeeze those legs together for a nice, strong, firm foundation on the floor. Reach long over those toes, nice, big, deep stretch. And sit it up tall. We're gonna modify this one. Single right leg is gonna lift up if you wanna add it. So we're gonna take that leg up, curl it back. Leg is gonna come all the way up, hands come down by your side. Drop it into those single straight leg circles that we did last week if you were with me. Heel drops over that opposite leg. Trying to take that leg up a little bit faster this time, trying to scrape your big toe right across the ceiling. Last one, hold the leg up. Modified version of this, you're gonna use that leg to help pull yourself back up into the seated position. Reach back into that forward curl. If you don't wanna use that leg, you don't have to. We're gonna sit it back up tall, left leg lifts up, roll it back. Remember, you don't have to add the leg lift. You can keep a basic roll back. Left leg lifts all the way up. Turn that toe out, heel drops over the other leg, big circles. Try to keep that bottom leg grounded. Both hips are evenly pressed into the floor. The heel of the right leg is pressed into the floor. And we're gonna give this leg a little momentum, trying to drop it down controlled and swing it up nice and quick. Push that air out at the top. Last one, hold it up. Again, you can walk up that leg or we can roll it up. Single leg, all the way up to the top. Reach it over both toes. Now you guys know what we're doing. We can flow through it. Go ahead and start with that right leg again. Right leg up, roll it back. Right leg comes straight up above you. Switch the direction. Take that leg out to the side this time. Nice straight leg. We've got rubber bands attached to those ankles, trying to stretch out long through the whole length of the leg, making long, lean muscles. Here we go, last two. Last one. Squeeze it up top, hold it there, roll it back up. Again, you can walk up that leg if it helps you get back up to the top. Controlled, reach over those toes. Like you're reaching over a beach ball. Sit it up tall, left leg lifts. Roll it back. Nice and controlled. Left leg comes up to the top, take it out to the side for those big circles. Squeeze to get that lift of that big toe right up towards the top of your nose, trying to reach up towards the ceiling. Last one, lift it up straight and tall. Roll it back up. Single leg. All the way controlled to the floor, reach out over those toes. All right, reach out. We're gonna roll it all the way back. Both legs stay down this time. Roll it all the way back. Nice and controlled. Plant those feet close to your body, about hip distance apart. We're gonna go back into that spinal articulation that we did last week. I want you to start by tilting your hips so that that natural arch in your lower spine lifts up and your tailbone touches the floor. And then we're gonna tilt our hips, pushing one vertebra down into the floor at a time until it peels off the floor and lifts all the way up through the hips. Putting most of your weight resting on your shoulders, not your neck. Rotate that spine back down one at a time. Imagine you're lying on a nice sandy beach, which sounds awesome right now. You could see each one of those vertebrae in your back. Feel it pressing down into that sandy beach. One more time, rotate it up, starting with the tailbone, working all the way through the spine. This is so good for your back. It hardly ever gets to move through that full rotation forward and back, especially with all the sitting that we do sometimes. I'll speak for myself. Roll it all the way back down. All right, go ahead and take both knees into your chest. We're gonna take it into rolling like a ball. So we're just gonna roll it forward here. You're gonna tuck that chin into chest, roll it up. And I need to scoot myself forward because I'm gonna roll right off my mat. So just check and make sure you've got some mat for rolling. We're gonna scoop those abdominals, find that balancing spot, and then round your spine so you roll through to the shoulders and back up to a balanced position. Trying to use those abdominals to support that roll. So nice rounded spine. Come back up to that balance on your sits bone. Shoulders stay down, last one. All right, feet come planted back down into the floor. We're gonna roll back again until we get all of our spine pressing into the floor except our shoulders. Find that curled up position. Pull the knees in. Going into your double leg stretch here. So we're gonna extend those arms and legs up and back around. If you need to take head down to the floor, it will just look like this. Legs extend, wrap it back up. Just make sure that that lower spine is not arching up away from the floor with the leg extension. If you want to make it harder, extend those legs and arms out farther, squeezing them together. Just watching that lower spine. You're gonna exhale all the air as the knees come in, right here, pulling those abdominals down to the floor. Last 2. Squeeze those legs nice and tight together. 1 strong, unified body, zipped up right through the middle. Last 1. Go ahead and set your head down on the floor. We're going to take those legs straight up above us. You're going to make a mirrored D with your legs. So hands can come back down beside you. Just roll those shoulders back down into the mat. We're going to draw those legs down in front. Again, watch that lower spine. Legs come out and around and back up to the top. So we drop them down, out and around. Squeeze together down through the middle. So the toes are pointed out, heels are together. We're squeezing from the heel all the way down through the inner thigh. Pulling that lower belly button down to the floor. Okay, now if you want to add to this, you can add a roll over. Only do this if you know that you don't have any neck problems. We shouldn't be on our necks at all. The weight should come up onto your shoulder, but if you want to, you can reverse those Ds. Draw them up and over, legs come apart, out and around. Pull the legs back together. Legs lift up, weights on your shoulders. Legs come out and around. I'm going to turn so you guys can see. Here we are, roll up, legs come apart, out and around. There it is. So you're reversing the direction of those Ds. You don't have to roll up though. If you want to just hold it where you are, draw those Ds up the middle, out and around. You should still feel that in those lower abdominals. Here we go, last 2. Last 1. Awesome job. Go ahead and pull those knees into chest. We're gonna take the knees out wide this time. You can hold the tops of your shins or your knees. Find that rolling like a ball position again and roll it up. It uses those different core muscles when those knees are out wide. So we're gonna hold here. Again, I'm gonna turn sideways, but you guys wanna stay the direction of your mat. We're just gonna sit here and play with this for a little bit at first. You're gonna balance on your sit bones so your feet are lifted from the floor. Okay, holding each foot if you can. Try extending one leg out and then the other. Trying to hold that balanced position. Your spine is nice and straight and tall right now. So we're lifting up through the crown of the head. Trying to get that leg as long and straight as you can. And I know sometimes you're gonna be like, are you kidding me? That's as long as straight as it gets. Just go for what you can. Okay? You guys look amazing. Do you feel amazing? I know, this position feels really silly. It's okay, here we go. We're gonna try and extend both legs. Okay, so you're gonna try and keep that balanced position. Feet are still lifted from the floor. And I want you to see how far you can get both of them straight. And you can let go of your feet and hold your legs if you wanna hold your legs and see how straight you can get those legs. Woo! You guys are amazing. All right, now if you want to add to this, maybe your legs are bent halfway, and that's awesome. We're going to try to roll back, round that spine, roll to the shoulders, and back up and balance with those legs extended. This is a really good one to have a good sense of humor. Hey, little guy, thanks for helping Mama. Straighten out those legs one more time. Here we go. Hold that balance at the top. See how straight you can get those legs. All right, drop those legs down. We're gonna take it back one more time. Again, starting here, roll it back, but not letting the shoulders come to the ground. Make that C curl, pressing that vertebra back into the floor until just the shoulders are lifted. Legs are gonna come up here. Go ahead and straighten both legs. Hold the right, drop the left. Here we go, nice long stretch here, pulling that leg in towards your body, lift the shoulders up. Deep breath in. We're gonna get those switches. You're gonna pulse, pulse. Here we go, 1, 2, 3, 4. Pulse, pulse. Push that air out as you pull it in. Keep the breath flowing here, pulling that belly button down towards the floor. Big long legs today. Here we go, 3, 2, 1. Hold that right leg back up again for me. We're gonna move our hands behind our heads, back into that cradle position. All right, left elbow over to that right leg, across. If you wanna modify, put that left leg on the floor and bend it if you need to. We're keeping that right leg extended. Advanced modification is to have the left leg lifted and straight. We've got lots of options here for everybody. Hang in there, do what's right for your body. Push that arrow out as your elbow comes across. Here we go, 3 more. Last 2. Last 1. Good job, hold that right leg in. Back to those switches. No pulses this time, we're just gonna switch. Switch, switch. You can hold those arms out to your side if you want to advance it, otherwise pull, pull. Long straight legs, curl those shoulders up, don't put the tension on your neck. Face those foreheads toward your knees, otherwise lay the head down. 3, 2, 1, left leg up, hold that leg. Use that as a little bit of a break for those abdominals. Here we go, we're gonna put our head in our hand hammocks again. Right elbow across the left knee. Push all the air out as you reach across. Deep breath in, come back center. Again, you can modify that bottom leg, bend it, lay it down on the floor, or lift it up. Just watch those abdominals, make sure that they're not making a mound in your center. We're pulling them down towards the floor, making them as flat as we can. Here we go, 3, last 2, last 1. Woo! Pull those knees into your chest. You guys feeling your abdominals yet? I hope so. All right, we're gonna take those knees into a 90-degree right here. These are your double toe drops. Imagine you've got a teacup sitting right here on your lower abdominals. Squeeze your thighs together like nobody's business. Plant your hands beside you, roll those shoulders back. Drop your toes down, keeping the exact shape of your legs. So we're not bending any more deeply and lifting up. Now, if you feel that lower spine wanting to arch and lift up from the floor, either put your hands right underneath your tailbone or take it into a single toe drop. One or the other will help modify it, because we don't want that lower back to lift up. That means that the lower abdominals are getting worn out and they're not able to support that lower spine yet. And that's okay, we're just gonna help them out. Squeeze the legs together, make those inner thighs work with your lower abdominals. Three more. Did you guys think I was counting? I'm a personal trainer too, so sometimes I just don't count, because personal trainers should never be expected to count. It just doesn't happen. I'm just kidding. Last 2, last 1. All right, go ahead and lift it up. Pull those knees into your chest. We're gonna plant our feet on the floor again. Go ahead and lift up through the hips, straight up this time, no spinal articulation. Just lift those hips up and let that stretch out. You should feel those quads and lower abdominals get nice and long in there. Press the hips up nice and high. Big deep breath in. And exhale, take it down. All right, walking up either your thighs right here or curling up all the way to the top. There it is. We're gonna take it into a reverse tabletop. Before we flip it over, I wanna give you one more chance to stretch out those abdominals. Feet and knees are hip distance apart. You can point your fingers towards your bottom or tilt it out just a little bit. We're gonna lift those hips up as much as feels comfortable for you to open up your shoulders and those hip extensors all the way through. Nice big deep breath in. Exhale, take it all the way down. All right, let's go ahead and flip it over. Just tuck those feet in. We're gonna roll it right over onto our all fours. You guys ready to work some glutes? I hope so. All right, we're gonna start out in a plank position. At any time that you need a modification, drop either both knees or one knee. Otherwise, wrists are right underneath shoulders. Curl those toes up underneath you, lifting to a full plank. Okay, so modification is going to be to have one leg down. Otherwise, we're going to alternate those straight leg lifts. Flex foot. Take that heel straight up. If this bothers your wrist at any time, you can always drop the plank down to your elbows as well. Try and make sure that you're squeezing strong through the biceps, not sinking down into the shoulders. We're lifting up out of our shoulders. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2. Take that right knee down. Left leg's gonna stay going up and down. Left leg gets all the attention for a while here. Okay, make that leg as long and straight as you can the whole time here. If you need to pause at any time for this set, take yourself into a child's pose or another glute stretch to open it up. Here we go. We're going to take that leg out to the corner side of your mat and round it around like you're making rainbows with your big toe. Because who doesn't love a rainbow? Here we are. All the way across from one corner to the other corner. Now remember, this is always all controlled, so we're not swinging our body from side to side. I want your center to be really stable. Abdominals are lifting up. Leg is nice and straight and long. Reaching that leg across corner to corner. Nice job modifying, guys. You're doing great. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2. Go ahead and bend that knee right here. We did some of these last week. For those of you guys who are with me, flex the foot. There it is. Lift the belly button up. Press the heel up through the roof. These are awesome. Your glutes love them. Keep that 90 degrees. Try not to flick that foot. We're going to control it. Straight press up into the roof. 3, 2, 1. All right, drop that knee down and make a nice big circle with your knee. All the way through the hip joint. Keeping that knee bent for now. When you start feeling that fatigue in your glutes, because it will come, try smiling. Lift up those abdominals. Check your shoulders, make sure that we're lifting up out of the mat, keeping nice strong biceps. Last 2, last 1, take that knee down. We're gonna lift that knee straight up to the side and down. These are called fire hydrant lifts for a good reason. I'm sure they make you all feel really awesome. You can appreciate how much a dog has to do here to get their hindquarters up. I'm just kidding. It's okay, my husband doesn't think I'm funny either. Here we go, last 3, last 2, last 1. Take that knee, we're gonna take it to one side, cross it over your calf, and back over. These are called crossovers. Cross it over and back. Cross the knee over. Oh yeah, you guys got it. There it is. See, this is why I love being able to see you. Here we go, last 3. Last 2. You guys are almost there. All right, take that left leg, shoot it straight out. Right arm shoots straight out. Hold. Modify if you need to with the right arm down, just holding that left leg. Lift that belly button up. You guys ready for a pulse? Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1. Awesome job. Put that knee down. Take it all the way back into a nice deep child's pose. Woo, big deep breath. Awesome. Shift those hips side to side if it feels good. Just kind of wiggle through those glutes. We got to get the other side. All right, big deep breath in. Exhale, lift it up. Again, drop it down onto your elbows anytime you need to. Otherwise, you can stop and shake those wrists out. We're going to get that right leg extended out nice and long here. There it is. Take it straight up and down. I know that a lot of people have wrist issues, sensitivities, so totally take breaks when you need to. Modify to those elbows, but check yourself too. Try to put as much weight as you can in that knee. Try and shift that weight back. Try not to put so much pressure to the front. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and bend that knee into that 90 degree. Flex the foot. Press that heel straight up. Getting it through the roof. Try if you can to keep that spine nice and straight. Face looking down so you're long all the way through your spine, lifting those abdominals back up into the spine. Making a nice flat back. No swoop or arch in the back. Make it all glutes. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Drop that knee, take it into circles. Big knee circles. Work all the way through that hip joint. When the glutes start feeling on fire, stretch if you need to, but otherwise, check yourself. Check those biceps, check your abdominals, put your attention somewhere else. It should all be tight. Here we go, 3, 2, 1. Take those legs straight up to the side, those back to those fire hydrant lifts, because they're our favorite. Watch yourself on this one. Your body's gonna wanna shift over a lot to the side as you lift that leg up. Try to check yourself. Look down to the bottom. Is your weight staying centered over that bottom standing leg? Keeping that back as flat as possible. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Take that knee up, cross it over to the other side of your calf, and back over to the side of your mat. You guys are almost there. You know this. We already did the other set. We gotta finish strong here so we keep it balanced on both sides. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Hold it out nice and straight and long. Left arm lifts if you can add that modification. My left leg is shaking pretty bad, so do what you can here. All right, let's add those pulses in. You guys got this? Take them up. Lift those abdominals. Here it is. 3, 2, 1. Set those arms and legs down. Knees nice and wide for this child's pose. Shift it back. Crawl those hands out nice and long to the front. Sink those hips down on your breath. Really round out and open up those glutes. Big deep breath, giving it all oxygen. Roll your wrists if you need to. Shake them out. Take some of the tension out. All right. We're gonna take it forward, just rolling your body down towards the floor on your stomach. You're gonna rotate through a few child poses to cobras here is basically what it looks like from yoga. So we're gonna lift up through the chest, but as you lift up your shoulders, I want you to think about stretching your heart or your chest forward as well. So you're really lengthening out your abdominals. And then your glutes are still gonna be active here, squeezing and pressing down to the floor, helping to lift your abdominals up away from the floor. All right, we're gonna use those hands, lift and press it back to child's pose. Deep breath in. On your exhale, float it forward. Lower down, lift it up, and stretch forward. Squeeze those glutes. I know they're tired. One more time, press it back to that child's pose. You got this. Big deep breath in. All right, take it forward. Laying face down here, we're gonna work the back sides of our bodies. Pilates is all about balance, and we got those abdominals. We wanna work clear through the back as well. I want you guys to take your arms out to what I call flying arms. So it's like making a T with your arms. What's really important when you're in this position is not letting your abdominals press down into the floor. So try to have them lift up away from the floor whenever you engage them. It's a really great way to know whether you're cueing your abdominals internally the way you want to. So go ahead and squeeze your heels together and squeeze your thighs together. Lift up those abdominals. And then we're gonna lift the chest slightly and take those arms into flying arms straight out to the side. Lifting and lowering. So you literally look like you're trying to fly and take off on the floor here. Now lift those abdominals. Reach out long. Squeeze those glutes so they're helping to support those lower back muscles that are working right now to lift up your upper body. Keeping those inner thighs squeezed together. That powerhouse runs clear down through your glutes, into your thighs. They all help support those abdominals and make long extended movements like this possible and safe. Squeeze them together. You're almost there. 3, 2, 1. Take it down. Pushing back to that child's pose just for a breath. Deep breath in. Exhale. One more deep breath in. Exhale, take it forward. All right, take those arms straight to the front this time. Still extended out long. We're working those long extensor muscles through your back. Go ahead and squeeze those heels and thighs together again, making that nice, strong, balanced foundation. We're gonna use just our arms first, and then we'll add in our legs. So we're gonna start lifting up the right arm, and then the left arm. Focusing on squeezing those thighs together and lifting the abdominals away from the floor. Imagine you got a nice stretch as well as a lift. So you're reaching out as long and far away from your body as you can as you lift it up. Try and keep that gaze down towards the floor if you can. I know it's hard when you're trying to watch the video, but the more we can keep that spine and spinal alignment, the better. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and separate your feet hip distance apart. We're gonna alternate those arms and legs. So right arm lifts, left leg lifts, and switch. Left arm, right leg, and switch. Nice and slow to begin with here. Now what I want you to focus on is now you've got that elastic cord on your fingertips and your toes, stretching you as long as you can be as you lift up. Making those muscles work in their elongated position, making long, lean muscles. These are functional muscles. You use your arms and legs extended out all the time. We're gonna work them here for 3, 2, last 1. Go ahead, you can modify, stay where we were, or we're gonna lift them both up, arms and legs, taking it into that full swim, fluttering for 10 seconds. Here we go, flutter those arms and legs. Lift those abdominals, reach out long. You guys got this. Here we go, 3, 2, 1, arms down. Go ahead and put your hands by your chest, pressing back again into that child's pose. Keep the knees together. We're gonna modify this child's pose just a little bit. Walk your hands over towards your left side and let your hips sink down towards the right. Really opening up and lengthening that whole right side of your body and those back muscles that you were just using. Give yourself a big deep breath in here and exhale to sink into it. And then walk those hands over to the other side. All the way over to the right as far as you can stretch. Then sink those hips down to the left side, deepening that stretch clear through the left side of your body. Big deep breath in. And exhale, let it release. And walk those hands back to the center. We're gonna take it down to the floor one more time on your abdominals. We're not quite finished with your back here. Roll it all the way down. You guys are almost there. Last one for your back, and we're gonna stretch it out, okay? Parachute arms right here. So modification, you're gonna do one arm at a time. You're gonna either put your forehead down on your mat on top of both of your hands, or you can lift your shoulders up and take your hands to your forehead. Either one. Modification is gonna be to reach one hand back at a time. Exhaling the air. Or you can take both hands back together, exhale and squeeze the shoulder blades together and squeeze those legs together. No matter which one you're doing, I want you to ground those quads nice and tight. Press your toes down into the floor. Lift your abdominals up away from the floor. These are working those back muscles from your shoulder blades all the way down into your glutes. Helping build nice, strong backs. Here we go. Lift the abdominals to support your back muscles. They're supposed to work together. One more time. Awesome job. Take those hands forward. Lift up from your chest here. We're gonna take it into that puppy pose. So knees stay right over hips, or hips over knees, sorry. Walk those hands to the front, sink your chest down. Nice long spine here. And then we're just gonna walk our hands in towards our body, curl your toes up underneath you so we can round it up into a standing position. Curl and stack that spine. Giving it a nice round stretch here after you use all those back muscles. Support your hands on your legs if you need to. And roll it all the way up to the top. All right, let's stretch it out, guys. Right foot forward. Left foot, you're gonna take the heel to the arch. There we go. Now turn your hips so they're pointed towards the direction of that front foot. If you need to tilt that back foot a little bit because it bothers your knee, that's fine, but we want to kind of be arched to heel, okay? The most important thing here is that you lead with your chest and that you keep a flat back, okay? Hands are gonna come behind you. They don't have to clasp together, but they can. You're gonna bend forward with a nice deep breath, leading with that flat spine until you can feel the hamstring through that front leg clear up into the glute stretch. And I want you to hold it. Nice big deep breath in. Lift those abdominals. Exhale. See if you can sink down into it a little bit more deeply. Keep the flat spine. Don't let it round. Deep breath in. Exhale, lift all the way up. Awesome. We're going to turn the other direction. Remember, heel to arch. Turn the hips so they're going the direction of that front toe. Hands behind, either clasped or behind you, shoulders are rolled back. Lead with your heart. Flat spine all the way forward till you feel that hamstring in the front leg. Nice big deep breath in here. On your exhale, see if you can get those tight muscles to release a little bit. Nice big deep breath in. And lift it all the way up on your exhale. All right, we're gonna finish up with a stretch that I love. It's called Around the World or Around the Clock. Go ahead and take a nice deep breath in, lift those arms up overhead. You're gonna exhale as you go to the quarter clock. So deep breath in, exhale, bend it over till you get to the quarter clock. Then you're gonna get another deep breath in. Exhale till you get to the half clock. You're gonna keep going all the way around the circle. Exhaling as you move, deep breath in on the quarter. I am so glad that you guys all joined me today. Thank you guys so much for your membership. I hope you know that we're doing this because we love you and we miss you and we can't wait to see you again. If you guys have anybody who might need help in your neighborhood, you can refer them to our hotline as we're trying to collect different items to support people in our community. If you guys have anything, one more deep breath, reach all the way up. Exhale. That you would like to see more from this class, or if you're not feeling challenged or something different, let us know. Let us know before class or after. So good to see you guys. Thanks for coming.